You've got ideas for video games, and we want to criticize them.
That's so stupid!
I love it.
This is And For That Reason. This week's pitch comes to us from Phil Novak.
Good evening, Easy Allies.
Good evening.
We've made so many great leaps in the world of video game technology, but some aspects have we believe some aspects have been wasted. Namely, I never understood the purpose of idle animations. That's when I had this idea. Enough window dressing. Make idle animations a core game mechanic. First, you have a choice of several wonderful characters, and then you enter the world. You can walk around, but there doesn't seem to be much to do until you stand still, and now you've entered contextual idle animation mode. There is a chance they'll check their phones, giving you access to the game's option screen, but much like in real life, there are no guarantees. He might just put his hand in his pocket. The main gameplay loop involves standing next to an object or person and waiting for your idle animations to kick in. Each character reacts to boredom in different ways, much like you or me. Strike up some small talk with an NPC to learn information about weather. A different character might instead attempt to pickpocket that same NPC automatically. Haha, don't worry, he's not a bad guy. He just likes to see what he can get away with. We feel as though this blend of characterization and gameplay has yet to be attempted in the industry. Prepare to get a feel for the idle ideal. I also think if you saw this case on a store shelf, you would buy it. So who's in?
I think we can all agree that presentation was a 10 out of 10.
There's something about seeing box art, really, that just stirs me inside. I'm gonna have to pause just for a moment and just kind of recover from that.
Sure.
You know, I like money, I like sales, and this game is speaking to a very small audience. I don't really see children being into this game. I don't see even young adults being into it, because it's a game that requires patience. And, you know, patience has become a thing of the past. So I'm a little nervous about this.
Yeah, I think you're not looking at the big picture though, because, you know, I think this opens up a whole new demographics, because you can kind of do anything with the joystick and possibly get a result. So like, cats could play this game. I could see this being really good for the baby crowd, you know, possibly just putting a controller in a crib, you know, or in a pack and play, and just kind of seeing.
I'm going to ask you to stop right there. I'm going to ask you to stop right there.
All right.
I do not want my baby learning how to steal money out of pockets.
I'm not sure if your baby can even identify what's happening on the screen.
Also, suddenly it's a game for babies.
It could be, is what I'm saying.
And they can't identify what's on the screen? Why do I even hand my baby a controller?
If you want to get ahead, if you want to,
You're always about getting ahead.
Success.
You're always about getting ahead.
I want them to get ahead. Okay, I want this game to be
Here's the
successful.
deal.
I see
Here's
that
the
box art.
deal.
I want that on shelves.
There's one thing we all know about babies. They don't have any money.
True.
And we're here to make money on an investment. And what I saw displayed on the t-shirt of that character standing behind that wobbly table in the video, it said counterculture. And I don't know about you, but the counterculture has got me all bugaboo. And I don't like being all bugaboo. The art I found hideous, disturbing, terrifying. The box art I didn't think would push copies.
You're talking about money as well, and it seems like a PlayStation 4 exclusive.
PlayStation 4 exclusive. The box art certainly was PlayStation 4 only.
Very limiting only to think of one console this early in the development phase. It's true.
God of War, this ain't. You know?
Wow, I can't believe none of you realize this. You're all looking at this completely wrong. This is a piece of art. Did you see those character designs? You know who designed that? Tetsuya Nomura. designed that. This is a piece of art that should be celebrated. It's not about the mechanics or making the money. It's a celebration of art.
But I mean, now that you said that, that's a clear indicator we're not going to get this game for another 5 to 7 years. We're going to be moved on to the PlayStation 5 by then, Brad, and I just don't think we have the time.
Yeah, you know, I took a hit at the Kentucky Derby. I'm looking to make some quick cash, and for that reason, I'm out.
Phil, I think you need to take this concept, take it back to the drawing board, and add some guns. And for that reason, I'm out.
Phil will make you a deal. If you leave it off the drawing board, keep guns as far away as possible from this thing, add just an insane amount of rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes are huge right now, especially in the southern United States. Take it back to the drawing board, add rattlesnakes, and I'm in. But right now, I'm not seeing any rattlesnakes. The art's a little unsettling. As Jones said, it's a past-gen product. For that reason, I'm in.
Phil, spectacular. Loved it. Looks great. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is the combat system. Maybe needs a few little tweaks, but I think we can get over that over time. I'm super impressed with this, Phil. I think you nailed it. I'm really glad you got Nomura on board. I know that's tough to get. So for that reason, I'm in.
I think both of you were wrong. That clearly was not a table. That was a big brown snake that he was in front of. So I saw snakes in the background. I saw a giant wall of gray snakes that he was standing in front of when he pulled out his cell phone. And I do think, although he didn't get into it in the pitch, when you saw him move over to the character on the table, there seemed to be some kind of like 2 reticles in front of him. So I'm getting not only guns, I'm getting dual wielding there, which I think is really exciting, especially for idle animation. And to be honest, you know, I'm a bit of an older gamer, and so when you bring up idle animations, I think Sonic the Hedgehog, most specifically though, Bubsy, obviously. And there, to me, is a very marketable character.
He's
That's
an icon.
something.
He's an icon.
An icon, quite frankly. I couldn't have put it better myself. For that reason, I'm in.
Well, Phil, Idle Ideal got 3 ins and 2 outs, which makes you an American good guy. Until next time, this is And For That Reason. Did you see this? It's my mom's best friend. Isn't she pretty?
Dude, that's Liv Tyler.
You know her?